going on, guys? Scott with Whiskey No Smoke.
Derek, Whiskey No Smoke. We got a special guest here with my brother Brandon, and we cleanse our palates with Busch Light. Alrighty, so what are we getting into today, Scott?
Wine? Makers.
Maker's Mark. Lex, which is a friend of mine, she went through and she was like, hey, I really want you guys to do a review on just regular Maker's Mark. And I said, that's not good enough. Lied. And we picked up the 46, then we picked up the Select staves.
Yep.
So.
Shout out to Lex, by the way, for being more of a baller than her boyfriend.
Who drinks American honey and calls it whiskey.
Yeah. So, Sean, sorry, you're never going to live that down.
Never.
You're lucky it doesn't show up on every single video.
Alrighty, so let's dive into the very first bottle that we're going to be trying, and it's just the standard regular Maker's Mark. It's a straight bourbon. It's made by Jim Beam, basically Suntory Beam. The proof is 90 proof, and there is no age statement to it. The mash bill for every single one of these bottles is the exact same. It is 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14% malted barley.
Which I don't understand how they all taste different. Obviously, age plays a big part, but you got your stave profile number 46, and then this barrel pick has 2 seared French sous vide, cuvee. Sorry, I butchered that.
For the Maker's
46, 2 roasted French Mendiant, and 2 toasted French spice. So it's quite nice, I will say.
And that one's nice. What, 109 proof?
Yep, 109 proof, and the 46 is 94 proof.
Yeah. So, without further ado.
So also, these are wheated bourbon.
What do you call it? A wheater?
Yeah, wheater.
A wheater.
That's what they call it in the industry. I did not come up with that,
so
as many of you
kids
know.
Call it?
Yeah,
so
I've heard it and I just copied it.
It's kind of fun to say.
Me being a whiskey novice, being surrounded by men that absolutely enjoy it. When you were mentioning all those spices and stuff like that, like when I think of spicy or spice notes with any kind of alcohol, I always think of rum. Did it kind of hit like that?
Kind of. Yes and no. The more spicier stuff you're going to get into is going to be more rye-based whiskeys.
Yep.
But with this, there's no rye in the mash bill, so it's going to taste different than a spice that you would typically get from your standard rum or like a rye whiskey.
Okay.
So it's going to hit the palate different, but you're going to get a little extra kick to it. Okay. So it's kind of hard to explain until you drink it. Way less than that.
You want way less than that?
Yeah.
So you want the one I gave Brandon?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Sorry, Derek.
Go light on me. All right.
Fine. I didn't realize 1 ounce. Dear Lord. I didn't know we were scared of it today. Derek might have had a little bit overserved at
dear
a cigar lounge
started
today.
drinking at 1 today.
Yeah. So first, right off the bat, it's pretty harsh on the nose.
It is pretty harsh on the nose. So you're getting more of that ethanol-y kind of smell to it.
Yeah.
My guess is that comes from the corn.
Well, it comes from the corn and just the age statement. At the price $30, I would be surprised if it's aged any longer than 2 years.
And again, there's no age statement. So yeah, no, I'd be right there behind you with that.
It's pretty oily.
What proof is this?
90.
90?
Yeah, 90 proof. So 45% ABV, alcohol by volume.
Again, just being the regular Makers, it's perfectly fine for what it is. It's nothing special.
I tell you what, the first time we shot this video, I cringed when I drank this. It's actually not that bad. I'm sure my palate's probably destroyed from that Mitger's 10 and the
Derek,
the Old Forester.
Derek had some good whiskey
barrel
earlier today. some Old Forester single barrel, Michter's 10, then Highland Park Oak or Odin and Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Oh. And by Derek had some. I also had
Obviously, you gotta sneak it to you.
Just a little bit.
I had to drive home, so
Didn't get to enjoy it as much.
I enjoyed it just as much as I needed to.
You enjoyed it responsibly.
Obviously, you get the traditional kind of nosing from the vast majority of bourbons on the face of the earth. You get your typical vanilla, brown sugar.
Yeah.
I tasted vanilla.
I would say that honestly, the nose is a lot stronger than what you're actually getting on the palate. I know I said that with a blown out palate, but I think the nose
I'm getting the same.
is
I mean,
significantly
it's been
stronger.
2 or 3 hours since we drank anything, so
I know, and I've been drinking water for like.
so
the
I'd
last
say
couple
your
hours.
palate's pretty close to being reset. Honestly, the nose is way sharper than the taste.
But
My
and
feeling.
it
What do you
smells
think?
Really
Yeah.
good.
What do you think, Brandon?
Well,
Being
I was gonna say, you got that real ethanol-y smell.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking you're about to get a wallop.
Yes.
And then it hits the palate. It's smooth. It's very vanilla-y.
but
I would drink it.
yeah, I mean for the
And
for
on
the
that-
for
and
the
on that-
price point and what it is, it's a fine bourbon.
$25. I think that's what
And
we picked that up for.
It's everywhere.
Literally
You can go
everywhere.
anywhere and find it.
Yes.
I mean, you can pretty much almost go anywhere and find the 46 too. But
I mean, it's not like you're gonna miss it. It got a very distinct bottle.
yeah, no, it's crazy. I watched, I don't know, either one of you guys see that, like, it's like a 20-minute video on Maker's Mark.
Explaining how the wife was the one that came up with the whole
The
dipping
wax and
Yeah.
Just, they have, I don't know how many acres of lumber just sitting, waiting to be made into barrels, just aging. It's crazy. It's crazy. That was a really cool video. Let's dive into this 46. So if I remember correctly, Brandon used to dabble in the Crown Royal before it got him in a little trouble.
Yeah.
And then he swore off whiskey for quite a few years
Yep.
and only drank beers.
There's nothing wrong. Well, I mean,
No,
I snuck him a couple.
Yeah,
I'm not making fun
No,
of anybody.
no.
I'm trying to bring in your experience level to the viewers.
Yeah, to kind of explain things, these guys really got into whiskey, and I myself, as he said, really overindulged in the whiskey back in my party days, younger days, to the point where it was just like, I'm gonna have to back off of this and just stick to beer.
Well, you were drinking it
I was drinking
for what it could do to you
Yeah,
much faster
yeah,
and not really, and as I did, drinking it and not appreciating the spirit for what it is.
What's really great is that 46 almost alleviated the entirety of that ethanol-y smell. I get more butterscotch than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
If you go back and nose it.
I definitely.
Butterscotch is probably the most predominant smell that I smell when I dive my nose into there. But
Yeah, no, butterscotch, definitely.
Caramel, obviously.
Caramel, vanilla. It's just, what's crazy? How much did you pick up that regular Makers for?
$24. It was like
I
$24.95.
spent the same on the 46.
Obviously, upgrade to the 46, but we
Yeah.
wanted to have the trifecta for it.
Yeah,
so.
no, absolutely. Yeah, no, the 46 I got on sale for $24. It's
So if I could ask, like, is there like a huge price difference between these two?
No, we literally got this one and this one for the exact same price.
usually it's about a $5 to $10
yeah,
difference.
usually the 46 is more because
But
it's
this one
there's no age statement, but the vast majority of the research that I did, it actually said that it was roughly about 6 years old.
Okay.
So it just has, there's no age statement because obviously they don't want to put one on there because they don't
Then
want
they
it
have to
be,
follow the rules.
Yeah, they have to follow it all the way through.
Oh,
So that's the way that an age statement works. So they can literally just not put an age statement on it,
And do it.
and then they can do it their way. Yeah,
I see.
exactly.
Okay. And because it is aged longer, that's why we don't have as much for the ethanol.
Yeah,
Yes.
it ages it out,
Yeah.
lets it mellow, takes on more of the oak
And
characteristics.
this one is
It's a lot more.
94 proof, oddly enough, but it drinks better. It's more smooth. I hate that word, but it's probably one of the most perfect characteristics that you could use to describe the whiskey.
Yeah, compared to the regular makers, I mean, it just goes down easier. To me, that's what smooth means.
Yeah.
Smooth has no flavor, no nothing. It's just, sometimes it's a little rough choking down a whiskey, and then sometimes it goes down like Busch Light.
My question is, am I tasting woody? More
You
woody?
definitely taste more oak. The older
Because
that
it-
older that the whiskey
Okay.
is, the more oak. It's like Scotch, to whereas that
Right.
sherry cask will actually start to bleed into the Scotch. But
We probably shouldn't have shot these 3 whiskeys after the whiskeys we had earlier today.
probably not.
Because I'm not going to lie to you, I really enjoy the 46.
Yeah.
After the whiskey I drank earlier today, this is boring as shit.
Yeah.
It's just so boring.
It's not complex, and especially
but
with them all
it's
having
the same thing every time.
Especially with them having the exact same mash bill, regardless of what it is that's going into it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only time it becomes complex is when you start getting those individual staves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
That
Because
bottle's great. Now that is quite a bit of price jump. The middle bottle, the
60
barrel
bucks?
pick, it was $60. So it was
60
about
bucks.
double.
Yeah.
So got both of these bottles for the price of this one.
Okay.
But this one's so good. I still need to get the owner. It's a local pick here in town. I need to get some barrel staves from him because I would like to add it. I would like to smoke some meat with it. But this one,
That'd be good.
yeah, this one is this one's fantastic whiskey. They're all good whiskey in their own right.
Me too. That's my palate.
They're all good whiskey in their own right. Brandon thought he was just going to come in and show us a few tricks on the tech side today. And
On
we're
the
like,
old Google webs.
You're here. There's not really a lot of room. There's no live audience.
We got plenty of glasses.
Yeah. Throw them in.
Happy
Sink
to
or
be
swim.
here. Yeah.
Sink or swim.
Okay.
The best I can do for you guys is bring a novice viewpoint to you. So let me be that guy. I'm going to ask a lot of basic questions from these guys.
Hey, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We're still learning every day. I meet people that know way more than me all the time.
All the time. Yeah, and that's
I'm by no means an expert.
Yeah, it keeps you humble.
I just have a passion about it.
It keeps you humble, but it makes you hungry for more information.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like anything because
It
Brand.
smell like it's going to have any bite.
Well, also
it
at the
won't.
same time, you just went through
Yeah.
trash
Yeah.
a little bit
Um,
better and
so-
now the best. So
Okay.
Shove your nose into the inside of your elbow.
Yeah.
That'll kind of cleanse your nose palate, if you will, because
it resets
that's
your smell.
Yeah, that's
smell.
yourself is the most constant smell you'll smell.
Mm-hmm.
So then it'll really allow you to dive in.
I get more like toffee kind of smells in this.
Yeah.
And
And the thing is I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy. I don't know where you live. If you live here in Lincoln, yeah, you can run to the liquor stores and buy these where we got them because this bottle's very good. But the bottle in Omaha or New York or wherever you're at might not be as good because this is a barrel pick. So it's a one-up.
yeah, one off. You're not going to get the same stave mixture. You're not going to get any of that. So it's just where you pick that specific bottle from is where they went with that barrel profile.
Now, see, I like this one a lot more because it actually has a finish.
It does.
The other two had no finish.
Go ahead and take your sip. Now, you get that sharp sweetness at the beginning, and it kind of rounds over, and I get like that weird grassy kind of taste in the middle of the drink.
Yeah.
Like right on the palate. So it's kind of like grassy hay almost kind of taste.
That's going to be that malted
And then-
barley.
Yeah, it's probably the malted barley, but then it
be the
rolls
wheat.
over into like a sharp kind of more spicier note, like that cinnamon to where it's on
Yeah.
the outside edges of your tongue.
And
And-
it almost tastes like a syrupy cherry with cinnamon. I'm getting like a cherry note on this.
Yeah,
like a
no,
dark cherry.
absolutely. I agree with that, but it's
Black cherry?
yes, more so like a black cherry,
Yeah.
like dark fruit, plummy, not
Yeah.
plummy, but more
Yeah.
cherry
No,
notes.
Yeah.
definitely very cherry.
Yeah, and like you talking me through the ride that was going on, like bit by bit, right after me taking that sip, actually allowed me the time to like actually focus on. Oh wow, yeah, there is that difference.
The ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the thing though, and Scott's brought that up multiple times before, to whereas your brain can only associate taste with things that you've actually tasted.
Mm-hmm.
So to whereas you can literally say, oh no, it kind of tastes like this, but then somebody was like, no, it kind of tastes like that.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you hear that, your brain's like, bam, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And the crazy thing is how they get these flavors to come out of the whiskey, because corn, wheat, and barley. That's it.
And again, it's what, 109 proof?
Yep, 109.
Yeah, it doesn't drink like 109 proof. I don't think that because you and I, we both like high proof whiskey.
Yeah,
we do.
I sure do.
We don't get out of bed.
We
until,
started the day at 127 proof.
we don't get out of bed.
Didn't
until
quite realize it, but I didn't even know Nebraska got hit with the old Forester single barrel.
Yeah.
And when I saw that at the bar, I was like, 2 of those.
Yeah,
Two of those.
No, you did right out of the gate.
That's it. I don't need to look at anything
Not
else.
only that, but their pores were like, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was like going in for a beer mug, you know, like a 24-ounce beer mug of whiskey. It's like,
Alrighty. So to wrap it up, in conclusion, yes or no?
for what it is, it's fine.
Yes.
For what it is, it's fine.
Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Fine.
I will say no, because I do not like that ethanol-y taste.
Yeah, no,
That it for me, it ruins it.
yeah,
But the price point for what it is, and like Samuel Jackson says, shit'll get you drunk. Yeah, I understand.
like I
that.
said, for what it is, it's absolutely fine. If somebody handed it to me, I'd drink it.
Yes.
Would I ever buy another bottle?
No.
No. If that's the question you're asking, no.
Please take
because
it home with you.
I would rather buy an Old Forester 100 proof.
46.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Me as well.
I would buy
Brandon?
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd buy
Yes.
that.
The Cornhusker Bottle Shop / Ken's Kegs.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
good. It's very good. I think they all stand up to each other. The 46 and this one are pretty similar. I mean, I just like the more ride that you get
Out of the complexity
out of
with
that.
the different staves.
Yeah, I mean, but the 46, it's kind of boring, but it's good. For the price point, I will not complain at all about
No.
it. There's a very good reason to have it on your bar, you know, because you don't always want something complex.
Yeah.
There's days when I have a super crappy day.
I think that would make a great Manhattan, though.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would say, with this being $5 more, like
Why not?
kind of
Why not?
Well,
Pay the
at the
extra
time,
$5.
we actually paid the same price for those.
On the
two.
same day.
yeah.
On the same day.
But generally, it's what, $5 more?
Usually, yeah.
I would
yeah.
say pay the $5 more.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was saying, this one is very ethanol-y, but that's coming from me, a guy that, you know, Crown Royal and Jameson were considered good whiskeys for me. And you know,
Crown Royal's got its place for Canadian whiskeys. I think,
Jameson has its place. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not an Irish fan,
Me neither.
although I am mostly Irish.
I
Bloodline.
definitely enjoy me some JMO.
It's weird. But no, the regular makers is fine. I mean, it depends on the setting, but would I buy a bottle for my shelf? No.
Well, you're taking that bottle home with you, so
Cool.
at least you got that. Neato, gang.
Cool. It'll get drank at my house. Maybe. Someday.
Or
There's always somebody that just like I was going back to the 46, how it's not overly complex. Like, we have a super shitty day and your brain's just fried.
frazzle.
I want something just simple.
Yeah.
Just simple. I want something I can drink that I know it's going to taste like this, and I don't have to sit there and necessarily think about the tasting notes.
Yeah.
Because I want to drink the day away.
A mind-numbing kind of alcohol.
Yeah.
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 Just I'm fried from the day.
Shout out to Capital Cigar Lounge, and that's it.
That's it. Don't forget our sponsor, Scott Manning at
Remax.
Remax Concepts. That's me.
I always forget that.
Hit me up for all your real estate needs.
We actually have an official sponsor.
Yeah, that's
And
me.
The best part about it is he buys whiskey
Tax
It's
write-off,
not a
baby.
Sponsorship.
Tax write-off, baby.
Let's go.
That's my tax write-off. Advertisement. Woo!
That's it.
All right. See you guys.
See ya. Oh, God.